Some of the best film scenes came from eliciting the actors' bona fide reactions of surprise, sadness, and occasional terror. Hello, and welcome to our channel, Amuse Crush. Today in this video, we will explore 6 movie moments where actors weren't acting. Before we move on, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button. Filming a movie sometimes goes differently than planned. From acting blunders to stunt mistakes to improvised lines, what's on the script isn't always what happens on set. However, some of the finest performances may occur when actors aren't genuinely acting. Number 6. Diane Kruger in Inglourious Basterds. In Inglourious Basterds, Diane Kruger's character is choked to death by Hans Landa, a cunning and vicious SS commando. Director Quentin Tarantino decided that Kruger needed to be choked for real on camera to sell the scene and provide a realistic representation of what it would be like to be strangled. He initially checked with Kruger and said he didn't want the moment to appear funny. Tarantino put his own hand on her neck and executed the deed while the camera filmed her pained close-up. Number 5. Jay Baruchel in Knocked Up. The main characters are shown riding a roller coaster in the opening scene of Knocked Up. Before filming began, actor Jay Baruchel insisted on not being a part of the sequence. In fact, he claimed that he would have an anxiety attack if he rode a roller coaster. According to Baruchel, director Judd Apatow was aware of his worries, and he promised he would not be required to appear in the scene. When it came time to shoot, Apatow insisted on Baruchel's presence. In the film, his horrified, sick expression was genuine, as was his panicky repeat of "I gotta get off," as the roller coaster eventually came to a halt. Number 4. Matthew McConaughey in The Wolf of Wall Street. Portrayed by Leonardo DiCaprio, Jordan Belfort sits down for lunch with his eccentric employer, played by Matthew McConaughey in The Wolf of Wall Street. While discussing Wall Street with his young protege, McConaughey begins thumping his chest and humming and asks that Belfort join him in the bizarre ritual. While the scenario fits well with the film's humor, the ritual was inspired by McConaughey himself. McConaughey would pound his chest and hum before each take to get out of his thoughts. DiCaprio noted the unusual behavior and asked McConaughey if he wanted to incorporate the ritual into the scene. McConaughey agreed and began the next scene by pounding his chest. Number 3. Benicio del Toro in The Usual Suspects. A police lineup of 5 well-known crooks is a pivotal early turning point in The Usual Suspects. As each character has their turn to speak on the specified dialogue, they laugh. According to actor Gabriel Byrne, the laughter was not originally part of the scene. Byrne explained that the 5 men filmed it after lunch and were all in a good mood. They struggled to stop laughing as the director yelled at them to be serious. Unfortunately for the crew, Benicio del Toro continued farting throughout the sequence, leading his co-stars to burst out laughing. Despite his frustration at the moment, the director finally opted to include that take in the film. Number 2. Isla Fisher in Now You See Me. Isla Fisher's character in the film Now You See Me does a magic performance that requires her to be in an underwater tank from which she must escape. She struggles and begins to drown in the scene, unable to escape. Isla was in the tank as the scene was being shot, and she wasn't faking drowning. She was drowning. Her release chain became entangled in her outfit, and she could not escape quickly. Everyone assumed she was playing well, but she was genuinely panicked, attempting to get out of the tank for about 3 minutes before being rescued. Number 1. Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman. In one of the most memorable moments in Pretty Woman, Richard Gere snaps a jewelry box shut on Julia Roberts' fingers. According to filmmaker Gary Marshall, the scene was supposed to be a practical joke. Marshall claimed that Roberts would occasionally arrive sleepy and out of it on set. Marshall suggested that Gia snap the soft jewelry box shut on her fingers to wake her up. When the box closed, Roberts released a surprised gasp, followed by a loud laugh. Her response was genuine, since she had not anticipated the prank. Even though these actors are technically breaking characters, that's sometimes good. In fact, certain movie scenes are specifically staged to elicit the most natural response. That was it for today's video, guys. If you liked the video, don't forget to share it with friends. We will see you in the next video. Till then, take care.